seconds, but
Well, I found it amazing. I was thinking,
so I'll bring up Livescribe on here so you can see it on here as well. So if I click here,
so that's the guy who was speaking and you were taking notes.
yeah. So I click here, this is what he was saying here. So I go back to here.
Just through you writing those notes, it takes his...
Yeah, it's got his voice. So it records,
How does it work?
it's got a built-in microphone. And it takes a photo, it's got a camera. So
what's it? What are we talking about?
that's this thing here.
Okay,
Which is
got you.
unfortunately a bit flat. So,
and what is it called?
it's called a Livescribe pen. So what we'll do really quickly is I'll demonstrate it for you.
Did you just charge that up then?
So we'll stop that and the battery, that's not going to last very long. Didn't charge it enough. Right, so we are writing a story. Now while I'm writing this, someone is talking about pads and they're talking about iPods, and while they were talking about the iPods, something to do with Spain came up, but I lost that because they went back to iPods and they were talking a lot about that, but the flag came up, so we looked at the flag and so on. And I'll stop that, and it really is very low, but if I click on here, yeah, the battery's gone, but did you hear that?
Yeah.
So, in other words,
so you were just taking down keywords. Because like the other,
I can take down keywords and I'll get all the language, and so then if I wanted to know what was he talking about when I wrote down pads, this was a whole lot of discussion, or the whole lot of points there that I didn't have time to get down. I click on pads because that's my keyword I remember in my head, and I'll be able to hear everything he said and now expand my notes. I can bring my notes up on here, and if I click on any part of a note in there, so we'll go to here. If I click on any part of a note, notice how some of it's black and some of it's green. If it's black, it hasn't got audio connected with it. If it's green, it's got the audio connected. So I can just click on any part on here as well. Right, paper cut to go on the server. So what did he say there?
Can I put it on my Xserve in there, or should I not do that? Is that no, it's a Mac. Yeah.
Now you can see there that, okay,
Serves the whole
jump forward and back, bookmark stuff, increase the payback speed or reduce it. I've got little notebooks.
It blew me away the day I came in and I was chatting about something, about curriculum, and he wrote one word down, next minute he was playing back every word I said, and I thought, oh my God.
About, I don't know, $100 and something. Yeah, no, not much. Buy them from Amazon, buy them from Australia. Just do a search on Livescribe. I think they're available in New Zealand as well.
Now that you can just carry that around.
Exactly. On Audionote, it records everything as well. So if I go to my folders, and maybe I didn't record.
But for people who still like, like paper,
tactile, yeah.
Which I like paper, I find it.
No, I haven't recorded audio with these. I wonder if I did on this. A lot of these I didn't bother with the audio. Oh yes, I have on here. All right. Hey. Now I was right at the very back of the room with this, and you can see here that you can't hear, but he's talking. I can highlight stuff if I want, so close that, pick the highlighter.
Amazing.
But
so this is called
Audionote. But if you want to see the really, really cool, okay, I've got to get you a drink, but right, all of that is good. But what's really good is, in my opinion anyway, particularly as a principal, is I'm just going to
Kindle.
yeah. Dum-dum-dum. I just am going to put that back on for now.
What's that Kindle then?
Well, I'll show you. So this is
That's Katie's name for her graphic design.
Kindle is an ebook reader from Amazon. All right. So at the moment, if I go to open up Kindle, and we'll take Daniel Pink's drive, and we'll go to right. So here's some highlighted text. Now, if I bring up Kindle on here.
Would you say Kindle was a?
It's an e-book reader.
Right, yeah.
Electronic book reader. So we've also got kids making their own Daniel Pink's drive on there, and I've also got it on here, and when I'm reading it on here, it will sync wherever I got up to on here. So let's say, for example, I read this last night. That at the moment is not. No, we'll just come back to that in a minute. I'll leave this at home and I have to go to the bank or whatever, and I'm sitting waiting. If I bring up the book on here, it will automatically sync to wherever I got up to last night on here.
Right.
If I open the book on here,
And that will sync this again.
it does. Turning pages. Turn it slowly. Pick a word, so performance. And I want, there's the dictionary definition of it. I want to highlight that word so I can do that.
Good for kids.
If I want to write a note about that, so I'll look this up. Look this topic up. And I'll give an address at www.kbs.school will do for now. Save that. Right, so I don't know if you can see there, but there's a wee blue thing.
Look, listen.
And that's the note. So then anybody who brings that up, when it has synced, which it probably hasn't done quite yet, that will be there.
I like that.
So, quickly.
Yeah, I thought I'd quite like a friend had one.
Yeah.
Just sort of
I saw one on the.
But you buy a Kindle, and the Kindle device lets you get your Amazon books. But you buy one of these, and you've got you've got. You've got Kindle, you've got iBooks, you've got e-reader, you've got Zinio for magazines, you've got everything under the sun. So, you know, basically again you come back to a Kindle reader costs about half what one of these costs, but it only does one little thing, and it's not in colour, it's black and white.
Right.
You know, this does a million things. So, here's the key, right, now see this? That page was bookmarked. I didn't bookmark that page on this device.
No, you didn't.
I bookmarked it on here. Now what I'm going to do, really quickly, is I'm going to take a screenshot, okay? So this is all you do. Take a screenshot of that text. Now I'll pop that away, and there's my screenshot. And I'm going to drag that over the top of Abby Fine Reader Express, which wasn't launched. If it had been launched, it would be a wee bit quicker. And I want that to convert to a searchable PDF. So it's going to do that. And away it goes. This is all taken a very short space of time, and I'll just call it number 1 for now. Could give it a more meaningful name, but I won't. And there it is. Now this is the bit here, and I could have just selected that, but maybe there were a whole lot of different highlighted bits. that bit there, see, because it's a searchable PDF, I can copy that. So what I can do is, in a Pages document, I know I talk really fast, but I just don't want it to take forever. So I highlight that bit and I'll paste that in. Actually, I'll do it that way, FBV. Right, but I don't like it being in that format there, so I'll get rid of that and actually quickly show you. It's
So that means you can, so those are using what's in a book. I mean,
now, watch this, I'll paste it, but I'll paste it with the formatting that was already in here. So, and I want this bit here as well.
because on a PDF you usually can't.
Copy that,
Yeah.
and I'm going to paste that bit in there as well. Apple Z. Keep it with the same format. Right. Now, you imagine that I've just gone through all my bookmarked pages on my Kindle. Right, and so there's all my bookmarked pages, right? So I'll pick this one here. Oh, there's some good stuff on there. Same thing, screenshot. Alright, close that off. Drag that screenshot over here. Searchable PDF. How quick is this? We'll call that number 2. And there it is, and I want that bit there. And I want that bit there.
So you can just take.
And I want this bit here. And now I'll go in here. Oh, sorry, Apple Z. And I want that one there. And then return, and I want that one there. And return, and I want that one there. Those were the 3 bits that I highlighted. Now, I can take 10% of a book. I now save that as a PDF and give it to the staff. I can save it as a PDF and drop it into iTunes, and they can read it on their iPod
So you can
Touch.
take 10% without it being affected by the copyright.
Without it being affected by copyright. But watch this.
Yeah, that's.
I can go from here, File, Export, and I can export it as an EPUB. And what that then means is that
You're making your own manuals up for your,
exactly.
for your staff.
So if I go to Books on here, I can save that as an EPUB, drop that into iTunes, and I can do this. Actually, I'll do it on here. Might be easy to see. So,
Hi guys.
oh, just pop them out there, guys, will do. So, books, library, and here's one that the kids made up. So, there's the picture. This is within a book, right? Oh, that was the final page, chapter 2, chapter 1.
This is when the kids went to the old people's
Yep.
rest home.
So those are just pictures. That's a very basic one. Let's find a better one than that. Done. There's a better one. Much better one. Where is it? Maybe I didn't sync it. Maybe I didn't sync it. Oh, here we go. That'll do. And what page are we on? Page 1? Here we are, ensconced, somewhat uncomfortably, in the natural environment of the worker bee. Imagine
for a moment.
Right, we'll stop that. So there's a video.
Your own documentary.
Yeah. It's got to be done in a. But imagine.
John,
I'll ring him back.
say hi for me, will you?
I will do. I'll ring him back in just a minute.
Thanks.
So there's a picture that you can interact with in the story. There was a video that you could watch. You can pick a word like. Okay, I didn't actually want that one. Investigate. Come down. I'll try and do it this way.
Sort of literacy in this for kids learning.
Right,
is,
because that's annoying me that it keeps turning around, I'm just going to lock it so it's that quick.
Readers who are out on the road, they're reading all the time.
So let's take information. Now I've made this myself, but look, click on dictionary. This is a book I've made with but the dictionary still applies. And there's all that stuff. I can do also take description that many times in that book, and I want to go to that one there, so it takes me there. So in other words, now this is a book that you know the kids can make these books themselves. They can put pictures in, they can put video in, they can put.
面白いものがいっぱいあるよ。
And you can use their paintings. You can paint.
Use your own paintings?
Yep. So we'll start painting, and we need to. That's ugly. Oh yeah, there we go. Hang on a minute. And that's fine, but I want to change that colour to orange. We could colour that in. Again, not a lot of point in it, but anyway.
I just think that just the sheer excitement of creating a book and
一緒にこの
being able to listen and
We need to get it off Japanese now.
One day at Tanifa.
Or you can turn the page.
One day at Tanifa.
Yeah. Anyway.
amazing.
Went swimming in the Moana.
And so it goes. And there's so many.
For our reluctant readers.
Look at this.
And
This is very cool.
Moving Tales presents The Peddler Lady of Gushing Cross.
This guy found a poem that was 800 years old, and he didn't know what to do with it. He made a short film out of it, but he didn't know what to do with that either. And then he saw Steve Jobs give a demonstration at a Macworld conference, and he thought, I could do something even better. So watch what happens.
There was once a peddler, well along in years, and bearing the alms that aging offers, gnarled hands, a bent back, and a well-used heart. She lived on a parched bit of acreage, where a little-used train track lilted and tilted and crossed a bone-dry back road, outside a small village called Gushing Cross.
Oh, okay, I could record my own voice. Imagine the mileage you could get out of something like a well-used heart. Just that one little phrase.
you can record your own voice reading that as well.
Yeah, you can record your own voice. And
The old woman spent the
there's some fantastic, absolutely fantastic language in it and imagery. And
Could you get that on your iPod as well? Or is
yes.
it? Yeah.
So here she
So
is,
is
she's
that
walking for 3 days. You see
So what's the program that enables you to do that?
that
It
is
just
just a
comes
book.
with it.
You just
Okay.
buy that book as that book. So I'll quickly. I haven't put books on here like that.
But if you've got, how many do you have to, if the kids are using, if you've got that book
After
for the
3
school, can you,
days of weary travel,
Do you have to buy it for each individual iPod?
No,
No,
probably should, but I don't.
no, no.
Yeah, the Lorax is another.
The Lorax by Dr. Seuss.
And we use it all the time in the rates for
So read it myself. Read to me.
environmental stuff.
I see.
At the far end of
But if you
town,
want to take that a
with
step
Whipple
further,
Crest,
then you go to Our Choice by Al Gore. and you can read it, you can see where that is in the world in relation to where you are in the world, and it's live. You can scroll through the book and I'll pick this piece here, I want to know about that, and I can read it, find out about it.
Just so easy. It just enable so much learning, doesn't it? That's of the moment.
And
Learning.
you know, exactly, and it's just very, very interact worthy.